Hello and good morning, students. I am Shudipto, your English educator. Today I am going to tell you the second part from your book, New Images, and the name of the chapter is After 20 Years by After 20 Years, and it is written by William Sidney Porter or O. Henry. It is for class 8 students and it is chapter 5th. Today I am going to discuss the second part. I have already discussed the first part and today I am going to discuss the second part. Okay? So you have to open your book, page number 48, chapter 5th. So let's begin. Before proceeding the second part, I should recap of first part so that you can connect the second part with the first part. Okay? So let's have a glance on your screen. It is a story. It is a story about two friends. Okay? So here, the incident in the story takes place on a dark, windy New York City business avenue where a policeman discovered a man standing in a dark doorway. The policeman on the main road of the avenue moved up impressively. The time was 10 o'clock at night. The chilly flow of wind with a little rain made the street empty and deserted. When about midway of a certain block, the policeman suddenly slowed his walk. The man was standing in a doorway of a darkened hardware store with an unlighted cigar in his mouth. As the policeman walked up to him, the man quickly explained that he was waiting there for a friend. It was an appointment that had been made 20 years ago. Okay? The man said about that long ago, there used to be a restaurant there. It had been called Big Joe Brad's Restaurant. The policeman confirmed that the restaurant had been there till 5 years ago when it had been crashed down. Now next, the man in the doorway struck a match and lit his cigar. The light showed a pale, square-jawed face with bright eyes and a little scar near his right elbow. SCA, scar means a little stain, okay? For a shine of an accident. Okay? Scar near his right eyebrow. His scarf pin was a diamond. The man said that he had been dined at Big Joe Brad's restaurant exactly 20 years ago with Jimmy, his best friend. He had been 18 and his friend Jimmy was then 20. He had to start for the West to make his fortune, while one could not have dragged Jimmy out of New York. They had agreed that night they would meet there again, exactly 20 years from that date and time, no matter what their condition might be or from what distance they might have to cover. The policeman found the incidents quite interesting and asked him if he had heard from his friend since he had left. The man replied that they had certainly linked for a time, but after a year or two they had lost track of each other. But they were sure Jimmy would meet him there if he was alive for he had always been the trustable and bosom friend in the world. So it was the recap of the past part. Now I'm going to show you, now I'm going to tell you about the rest of the story, and it is the second part. I think students, there may be the third part of the story, as the story is big. So don't worry, within a few days I'll be there in front of you with the third part of this story. So let's begin the second part. Okay, from here, from the arrow shine. Did pretty well out west, didn't you? What is the meaning of that? Did pretty well out west, did you? Means in the west you have earned a lot. Okay, your business, you have done a good profitable business, so you have earned a lot of money, okay, from the west, asks the policeman. Then the next is telling, you bet, I hope Jimmy has done half as well. He was a kind of plodder, though good fellow as he was. Plodder, plodder means here in front of your screen here, plodder, plodder. Plodder means a person who walks slowly and steadily without much ambition. Means here Jimmy, here the man is telling that my friend Jimmy was a sort of plodder. Means he wants to work, but he doesn't have any ambition for his future. But I have ambition, so that I went from New York to the west, and there I have earned a lot of money. So you bet, I hope Jimmy has done half as well. Means Jimmy is not so rich than I am. So what I am earning now, Jimmy has done half of my business, half of my earning. Though good fellow as he was, and he's a very good man, Jimmy is a very good person. Okay? I have had to compete with some of the sharpest wits to make my pile. Means SHARPEST. It is the superlative degree of sharp. It means here powerful or strong. Okay? Sharpest. Sharpest wits. WITS. Wits is a noun. It means intelligences. Here wits, intelligences. If the word is wit, so I will write intelligence. Okay? So here means powerful intelligence person were there. Okay? So here the man had to compete with the intelligent person where in the west. A man gets in a groove in New York. Okay, and the pile, P-I-L-E, pile means here the fortune, but here pile means to make money. Okay, so he had to compete with the businessman, with the intelligent people where in the west to make money. But his friend Jimmy was a sort of plodder. He was a very slow coach, He didn't have any type of ambition in his life. Next. A man gets in a groove in New York means those people who are in New York, there is no such facilities to grow further. Grow means he is telling that New York is a narrow place, a hollow place. There is no such chances to grow yourself, to flourish yourself. You want to flourish yourself, you want to grow yourself, you want to make a lot of money, you have to go to the West as I am. Okay? So here he is telling that New York is a grove. Means New York is a narrow place. So there is no chance. There is no further scope for a people, for a man, for a boy to grow further in his life. Okay? It takes the West to put a razor on him. So now he is telling, if you want to go in the West, then he will come to know how the people of West is fast. Here the razor edge means as intelligent as a razor. They are very intelligent. Okay? They are very knowledgeable person. They are very wit person. So in New York there is nothing. West to put a razor edge on him. The policeman twirled his club and took a step or two. Here the TWIRLED. Twirled means to twist it. Twirled means it is a verb and it is in past tense of twill. TWIRL. It is the present tense. It means to move, to wave, to make it turn. Okay? So it is the past tense. So that is twisted and waved. And club, CLUB. Club means the hand stick, which is used by the policeman. And took a step or two. I will be on my way. So I am on my way. Actually I have to do my duty. The policeman is saying this. Hope your friend comes around all right. So I'm thinking your friend will come within the perfect time. Going to call time on him sharp means I think he will come in the exact time. I should say not, said the other. I will give him half an hour at least. I mean, here the policeman is telling, what do you think about your friends? You will be able to come within the time. So why are you giving so much time? What are you thinking about this? So the man is telling, I will give him half an hour at least. So I am waiting here for him as I have come from a long distance. So I will give him a time to come to meet me. Now the next. If Jimmy is alive on this earth, he will be here by that time. So it is a plain English. You must understand this. If Jimmy is alive on earth, he will be here by that time. So long, officer. Good night, sir, said the policeman. The policeman said, good night, sir. So I wish your friend will come soon and you have to wait over there. So I have to do my, I have to commit my duty, and so that the policeman went away. Said the policeman, passing on along his bed, trying doors as he went, and he was going and checking the doors and doing his own duties. There was now a fine cold drizzle falling, and the wind had risen from its uncertain puffs into a steady blow. So the weather here, was damaged weather. Chilly wind was blowing, and drizzle falling means raining slowly with a little amount. A little amount rain was falling and the weather was cold. And the wind had risen from its uncertain paths. Here, uncertain means indefinite or changeable. The wind was changing. Somehow it was very fast. Somehow it was very slow. And here, PUFs, puffs mean clouds. There were clouds in the sky of New York, and it was changing. Okay, the weather is changing. Somehow the rain is falling so heavy, and somehow it is falling slowly. The few foot's passengers astir in that quarters hurried dismally and silently, along with coat collars turned high and pocketed hands. ASTIR, astir means move actively or busily. So there were few people were there in that road, in the main road, and there they were in a hurry because the weather was very bad, and they put their hands into the pocket and they were moving very fastly to go their house. And in the door of the hardware store, the man who had come 1,000 miles to fill an appointment with the friend of his youth smoked his cigar and waited. So here the man was waiting at the doorstep of the hardware store. He was still waiting for his friend. He just lit a cigar and he was going to smoke. Now next. About 20 minutes he waited. About 20 minutes. About 20 minutes he waited, and then a tall man in a long overcoat with collar turned up to his ears hurried across from the opposite side of the street. He went directly to the waiting man. So he was waiting, and after 20 minutes he saw a man with an overcoat was coming straight to that man, and the new man was in a hurry. Okay, and the man was telling, "Is that you, Bob?" He asked doubtfully. Here doubtfully means suspiciously or distrustfully. Okay, so are you Bob? Suddenly a man after 20 years came to the man and he asked, "Are you Bob?" And "Is that you, Bob?" He asked doubtfully. "Is that you, Jimmy Well?" cried the man in the door. The man shouted and the man cried out joyfully that "You are Jimmy Well, you are my friend." Okay. So students, it was the lesson for today. I will tell you the meaning. Here is the meaning. Plodder, P-L-O-D-D-E-R. Plodder is a noun. It means a person who walks slowly and steadily without much ambition. Okay. Sharpest, S-H-A-R-P-E-S-T. It is an adjective. It means powerful or most powerful or strongest. Sharpest is the form of adjective and it is from superlative degree. W-I-T-S, wits means intelligence. P-I-L-E, pile means fortune, but here make money. G-R-O-O-V-E, groove. Groove means narrow place or hollow place. Razor, razor edge. Razor edge means as intelligent as a edge of razor. The razor edge is very keen, it is very sharp, it cuts smoothly, so that here the intelligence is compared with the edge of the razor. Okay. TWIL LED, twilled. It is the past tense of verb twill, and it means twisted or webbed. CLUB, club, means the hand stick which is used by the policeman. DRIZZLE, drizzle. Drizzle falling means here, drizzle falling means what is this? It is raining slowly with a little amount. Uncertain, it is adjective and it means indefinite or changeable. PUFFS, puffs means here, puffs means cloud, it is noun. ASTIR, astir, astir means move actively or busily. Dismally, it is adverb, it means cheerlessly. Okay, go to the next. And doubtfully means suspiciously or distrustfully. So students, it was the lesson for today. I am going to tell you some questions you have to solve at your home. Okay, and the first question is, how was the policeman moving up the avenue? How was the policeman moving up the avenue? So you must know the answer. The policeman was moving very impressively up the avenue. Did he want to show his club tricks to the people on the road? So is it true? No, because what he was doing, some intricate tricks, it was his natural habit. He didn't want to show his tricks to the people who are walking along the road. So it was his natural habit. Okay. How was he walking on the main road? So there is the answer. He was walking majestically with a kingly manner. Okay, and with pride he was showing that he was a very good and honest policeman. Question fourth, what did the policeman find in front of the hardware doorstep? What was there? You must know. You have to write the answer. You have to write this question answer in your homework copy. Okay, so what did the policeman find in the front of the hardware doorstep? So what is the answer? The answer is, the policeman found a man with a cigar in his mouth, and the man was standing, okay, and he was waiting for his friend. How was the weather that time? The weather was very bad. It was a chilly night and cold wind was blowing with a little amount of rain. 6. How was the man waiting for on the doorstep of the hardware shop? Why was the man waiting for on the doorstep of the hardware shop? The man was waiting for his friend. Okay, an agreement was done before 20 years, and for this reason he has come to meet his friend. How was he look like? He was pale, his face was pale, and his face was square-jawed with very bright eyes, and a cigar was in his mouth. There was a pin in his scarf, and the pin was diamond. Okay. From where did the man come? The man had come from the west and from 100 miles away. In which restaurant did the man and his friend eat dinner? It was the Big Joe Bryant restaurant where they ate dinner. It was 20 years ago. Okay? What happened after waiting 20 minutes at the doorstep of the hardware shop? After waiting 20 minutes at the doorstep of the hardware shop, a man with a long coat came straight to the man and asked whether he was Bob or not. Okay? So students, it was the lesson for today. You have to focus on your study. You have to stay at your home and you have to read very well. Okay? So that any type of question may arise, you will be able to solve it. And keep this thing in your mind that every time I am standing for you, if any type of question is there, please feel free to contact me in that particular scheduled time. I will be there present. I will be online for you. In that time, you may send me SMS and you may ask your question. Any type of doubts, any type of question may come in your mind, please share with me. Okay, so it is the end of the second part. I will come in front of you with the third part of this chapter after 20 years. Till then, you have to read the book, you have to watch this video again and again, so that the total portion, I mean the first part and the second part, will be clear to you. After that, if there any type of confusion in your mind, so I am here for you. Okay? So, stay tuned with me, stay at your home, focus on your study. Till then, have a good day.